He's a very clean comedian. He runs a movie theater, and he's a PG comedian. His name is Rick, but he doesn't have the R, like it's not R rated. It's one of my favorite clean comedians. It's Rick.
Thanks for the intro, Eric, and happy birthday over there. I just want to say that thanks to y'all for coming tonight. Y'all could be at the Hall of Fame hot air balloon thing if they go off, and they don't always go off, but you paid good money to come here. I can tell you this, I saw the show last night from the other three comedians, and you're going to get more than your money's worth tonight. Did anybody here go to Catholic school growing up? Anybody else? So we just have one person going to heaven here? I feel sorry for the rest of you, but it's true. When I went to Catholic schools, they taught us that Catholics are the one true church, and we're going to heaven, and all the other religions in the world and people, you're going to only get into heaven if God's having a good day. So when I went to school back then, you could still spank kids. It isn't like it is today where the parents would have the lawyers or they complain about getting spankings. Back then, the moms and dads would come to the spankings, they would cheer on the nuns and the brothers. Like, go ahead, hit him good, sister. He deserved it. He was really bad, I'm sure. Or hit him hard, brother. Hit him again. You know, he probably did something, he deserved it. And back then, it was sort of like the days of the Roman Empire and the gladiators. My mom and dad would come and they would bring popcorn to my spankings to eat while they watched. And I'd be pleading with them, like, please, don't let him hit me. I'll be good. I won't do it anymore. And when the brother would look over, they would stop eating their popcorn. And without hesitating, they would give the thumbs down and I would get my whooping. But I had Sister Maria in fourth grade, and she was a sweet angel, but if you broke her rules, she would be possessed by the devil and give you a spanking. Now, I was a street kid, and really tough kid, and she's just a nun, so I figured she can't really hit that hard, right? She's just a sweet little old nun, so I figured it would be a piece of cake, so I bent over and smiling, and then I saw it. I saw the Punisher. I thought it was an urban myth. Urban legend and a myth. It's something that nuns made up to scare us, but it was the longest paddle I had ever seen, and it had a notch in it for every kid that it made cry. And then she started winding up with that paddle, and she wound up, and then she bam, 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 she hit me good. And oh my God, did it hurt? And I cried. I was ashamed to say I cried today, and there was another notch in the paddle, in the Punisher. Now, in fourth grade at a Catholic school, you have to go to confession. Every Friday we went to confession. And being 11 years old in fourth grade, you really didn't have many sins you could commit. You couldn't kill anybody. There was no, you didn't know what adultery was, so you couldn't commit adultery. You couldn't covet your neighbor's goods. And you couldn't say that you missed Mass on Sunday, because it would go like this. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been a week since my last confession, and these are my sins. I missed Mass on Sunday. And the priest would go, oh my God, child, you're going to go to hell. It's a mortal sin. And he would give you the rosary as your penance. And you never wanted the rosary as your penance, not because it's 50 Hail Marys. It's long, but that's not why you didn't want it. If you got the rosary, everybody would see you saying the rosary at night in the church, and they would think you did something really bad. And I could hear my friends whispering out there, like, look, Rick's saying the rosary. He must have done something really bad. I bet you he killed somebody. So, and you couldn't say you stole anything because you had to give it back. And you can't give back candy that you ate that you stole. So I couldn't confess stealing. So that just pretty much left me with swearing, disobeying my parents, and lying. And saying those sins week in and week out, you really didn't, I got kind of tired of it. So I decided to make up my own sins. So I would go into confession and say, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been a week since my last confession, and I did eat my broccoli on Sunday, and I watched TV, The Gilligan's Island. And you would think making up sins, the priest would go, "Oh my God, child, my dear child, those aren't sins. There's nothing to forgive here." But no, he turned around and gave me 5 Hail Marys and 4 Our Fathers. The one mistake I did make, I decided to get a little funny one time, and I went in and said, "Bless my Father, for I have sinned." I had dirty thoughts about Sister Heather. Now, the priest goes, "Oh yeah, she's that really hot one, isn't she?" And your penance is the rosary. And that was a big mistake, confessing that, because confession is supposed to be a private thing. But Sister Maria, she would always watch who went in and who went out of the confessional and see what you were saying. When she came out, and when I came out, she saw that I was saying the rosary, she started coming for me. And you know, I wasn't no deer, no headlights, so I decided to run. And you think, you know, the nuns got those big heavy shoes and all those clothes they wear, they can't run very fast, but she ran like a lion getting his dinner, and she caught me. And you all can guess the ending here. I put another notch in to punish her. So I got a little bit more time here, so I'm going to go a little bit PG-13 and ask you if you know what the funniest word in the English language is. Anybody? What? I can't say that, but you happen to be right. He's the first guy ever got that on the first try. Yeah, it is the F word. I can say F, I can't say the word.
Can you spell it?
No, I can't spell it. My grandson watches all of these, so I gotta be totally clean for him. But anyway, so if you when comedians say the F word, everybody laughs, right? You laugh a lot. So but if you really thought about it and you went to your wife, your partner, your husband, your friends with benefits, and you go up to them, "Hey, I want to F you," and they start laughing. Is that what you really want to hear? I don't think so. I think you want to say, hey, F me good, F me hard, F me for, till I have my happy ending. That's what you want to hear. But anyway, that's my time for tonight. You all have a good night and drive safely home.
Give it up one more time for Rick. And sir, I just noticed you in the audience with the Corona shirt. I love that shirt. How many Coronas do I have to drink to get one?